Well, my wife is in Italy with our daughter this week, and it happens to be our anniversary today. So I'm going to tear the house up a little bit. Have a little bit of a surprise for her when she comes home. We had sort of talked about doing something in this area of the house, but it was never really very serious. So I hope she likes it. I only got half of what I needed. I knew that was going to happen because Home Depot doesn't have the trim selection that I like. I have to do this every single time. Home Depot's got the paint that I use. Lowe's has the trim boards that I use. Next challenge is fitting all of this in a truck with a 5.5 foot bed. Probably looked like Mary Poppins shoving these in this truck. They just disappeared. We've had our dining area and sitting room and entryway set up really the same way for the last 7 years. Never mind the mess, and I've already moved some stuff out of the way here in our entryway, but this is the area that I'm going to be focusing on now. I got a little trick for you guys. If you're not a professional at spackling holes, there's a chance that you've done it before, but you've gotten a little bump. I'll show you a little trick that I've done here on these other two. So, got a couple little nail holes. These are larger screw holes, so oftentimes that sheetrock will kind of pull out and you'll get a little bump. If you just take the handle of your spackle knife or your putty knife or a screwdriver, which you saw me do, and you just push it in a little bit, you just kind of create a little dent. That allows the spackling to actually fill that dent, and it'll be flush with the wall rather than having a little bump where every screw or nail ever stuck out. See, now rather than having a bump, we have a flush filled hole. Can't stop now. I hate that they made the doorbells so huge and gaudy and such a weird color. And they put it right in the middle of the darn entryway. Why can't they hide it somewhere else, like in a closet or something? I'm gonna try to take that cover off and paint it as well so it blends in with the wall a bit more. I misplaced my little paint cup, so I just got to get a little bit out of the bucket. I know everybody's got their own painting technique, but the right way to do it. I'm just kidding. Just a little tip or trick for you. Spread some of the paint out on the wall in like an N or a W shape, but then go right back and just do up and down motions and go over at like a 25-30% overlap. And then once you get a little ways, go back and back roll it, but back roll it all in the same direction, either up or down, because paint fibers or paint particles lay down just like grass. But if you mow grass and you go in one direction, then you come back, you got the two different color stripes, right? Paint is the same way. It'll reflect light differently whether the paint is going up or down. So you want to, when you back roll, go all in the same direction, either up or down, and back roll going toward the handle, toward the frame of the roller, because that's where most of the pressure is being applied. So then you get that one little streak of where all the paint is kind of leaving a line, and you're working that line toward a corner. So that's a little technique for you. All right, got 2 coats done. Might need to do a third, kind of a skim coat once I get the trim on and the baseboards done. I knew I should have gotten a 2nd gallon. I don't know. I thought I could make it stretch, but I ended up actually doing more walls than I anticipated. I wrapped it all the way around here and into this area. I do still want to do this wall here as well. So I should have known better. Once I get started, it's hard to stop. So I just kind of want everything to flow bright white into this area. And this wall could use a touch-up anyway, so this is as good a time as any. I think I want the very top, very highest point of the panel wall to be about this high. Just kind of like my eye level. About 70 inches. Got the main frame done now. I love that 6-inch baseboard. Looks way better. Now we're gonna do the verticals. So we'll break it up a little bit. I obviously wanna hit as many studs as possible, but I wanna get even, equal spacing too, so it looks decent. Kind of like that top section open, but I'm gonna cut them and place them in there and see what I think, but kind of looks nice like that. All right, I think I like it better with, hope I don't regret it, but we're going with the cubes on the top. All right, got them up there. That's really the toughest part, making sure that they're level, but making sure that they're even straight up and down too. I think we got it. Now, my least favorite part, filling all the gaps in the holes. Ugh. Almost forgot my little finisher piece. Okay, I was just kidding. The worst part is not filling all the gaps in the grooves. The worst part is painting each one of these darn things once they're up. It looks like the top edge is a little curved, but it's not. This is a wide angle lens, so it's kind of distorting everything. Don't worry about that. It's straight, trust me. A lot of people will ask, well, why don't you paint them before you put them up? It's a valid question. It's a good question. But there's a couple of reasons that I don't paint them prior to putting them up. Number one, they always get beat up when you're cutting them, setting them up on the wall, test fitting them, and then having to recut and then put them up again. You're gonna have to touch them up and repaint them anyway. And more importantly, I'm just way too impatient. When you paint them on sawhorses in the garage, for example, there always seems to be a bead of paint on the bottom side that never gets dry no matter how long you wait. So it's inevitable. You grab one thinking it's dry, ends up being wet paint on the bottom side. It gets all over your hands and you're touching things. You put them up on the wall, there's wet paint still and you're smearing it up on the wall. So it always becomes kind of a hassle. You're wiping things up, you're cleaning your hands. It's annoying. So they're already primed. I like to stick them up on the wall, test fit them, get them in place, lock them down, and then paint them. I grin and bear it. I complain about it, but it's the best way to do it. Okay, finally done. 3 coats of paint in the entry and in the hall. Still got some cleanup to do, never mind the mess. Trying to clean up some of the little paint droplets off the floor. But I think we're set. I'm gonna try to organize this sitting area and the dining room a little bit. Need to accessorize this. I'm not really sure. I got a plan, I think, for some stuff across the top. I'm thinking a bench, maybe a ficus. I don't know. A basket, coat hanger, maybe. Coat rack. I don't know. I don't have much time, honestly. I have tomorrow afternoon. I have to work all day. I have tomorrow afternoon, and then I'm leaving Friday to go pick my wife and daughter up at the airport because they're returning home. So I have one afternoon left. It's almost midnight right now, so I'm done for the night. When my wife gets home tomorrow, I'm getting things cleaned up. I think I'm almost there. I found a bench today, and then I didn't get the bench, and then I should have got the bench, and I had a rug in my hand, and then I hesitated, and I put the rug back too. But now that I'm home, I should have got the rug, but it's a little too small, but I think I'm gonna grab it tomorrow anyway and put it out, and then we'll find a better rug for long term. But I think I'm gonna end up grabbing the bench. I looked on Marketplace, I looked everywhere. I think the one I found today, actually at Marshall's, is gonna do. So I'm gonna grab it tomorrow quickly after work, and then I gotta head to the airport, 3-hour drive down to Charleston to pick them up. So I'll reveal the final product tomorrow when I surprise my wife. This is what I got for now. Definitely need a bench, maybe a little table. I wanna leave the fern there, I actually like it. And I'm not really sure. Not really sure what else. I kind of like it. I like how simple and clean it is, but definitely need a little something. The view when you come in the front door. So need a little piece of art right here too. Something simple, subtle, not real bright. I want to grab your eye and bring it there. And our little sitting area into the dining room. I'm gonna do something with that. That might end up being over here in the entry. I just had set the mirror over there on the column. I think I might end up leaving it there. Not too bad. I do want to do something with that picture though, get something different. We've had that for years now and it's ready to go. I got a little tree that I need to take up and put away. And a couple of Christmas snowflakes. I didn't even notice those there. Those gotta go. Never mind, I gotta show you. So I went back today, got the bench, as I said, and the rug. I like how plain and simple it is. I think I do like the bench. I also got a larger rug. So I'm gonna put that out and see. I do like the bench, so I think that's perfect. And I know Jessica's gonna want a rug right up to the door. Could get creative. Already got a little bit creative with the off-centering the rug. That's kind of cool. I used to work in a furniture store. I learned some tips and tricks from interior designers. They used to actually double up on rugs, like in dining rooms and bedrooms and whatnot. So I thought I'd try it. That's actually kind of cool. I might leave it like this. We'll keep the rugs. If nothing else, we'll use them somewhere else in the house, but I think they're kind of cool like that. Still playing around a little bit. I ended up centering the big rug, and I actually don't like it. I'm gonna do it off center again, right up to the column, leave the fern on the ground, put the leather basket on the rug. Can't wait till she gets home. We'll see if she likes it.
Oh my God! It's, what the hell? Oh my God, this is so beautiful!
Happy anniversary, honey.
Shut your fucking mouth! Oh my God, honey! Come give me.
Well, I think she liked it.